What's up, y'all? Jeffery TV here, coming to you live after the Pittsburgh Steelers game against the Indianapolis Colts. I just want to say this. Tomlin is done. Tomlin is done. What the Pittsburgh Steelers need now to do is put out the word that we're looking for a head coach for next year. We need to start now because the new head coach needs to come in with their own quarterback and their own offensive coordinator, and maybe even their own defensive coordinator. They need to hire a young, thinking, strategic, tactical, modern coach who can come in and coach and build up a team, and especially an offense that can compete in today's modern NFL. Colin Cowherd on the Herd Live, he put it perfectly. He put it perfectly, and this is something that I've been saying for years. I was saying this before Ben. I was saying this for years. I mean, not before Ben. When Ben was still quarterback, I was saying this for years. It's just too simple. He said Cowherd's a good coach. He said, but what you're going to get from him is toughness over ingenuity and creativity. You're going to get that strong arm football. And I've been saying it for years. Before Pickett, even when Roethlisberger was there, that kind of football is outdated. You can't win that way no more because parity in the league. Everybody got big, strong guys. You just can't run over teams anymore. You got to outthink them. You got to have strategy and tactic. And Tomlin is not that guy. And it's not that he's a bad guy. It's that he's not a right fit for the NFL right now. At least not a right fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this even goes back to what I was saying, the way I was putting it. You know, toughness is going to take toughness over ingenuity. You know, that power football, that Steeler mentality. Ben even said that the Steelers tradition is gone. You know, there's no more, the Steelers tradition is gone. And I'm like, yeah, it's gone because it doesn't work anymore. It's not going to work in the league no more. You're just not going to run over teams anymore. You're just not going to be meaner and badder. In fact, the rules are even against you, a team being strong-arming another team. The rule, you can't hit them on you. In fact, Killebrew was somebody got kicked out the game. Casey got kicked out the game for hitting somebody. And he used his shoulder. It looked like a clean hit, but it's just, you just can't hit him that way no more. And I understand. It's like the rules are even against a team, a team being that tough, strong, rough house team. You got to be, it has to be more sophisticated. And I said the culture in Pittsburgh may not be ready for that, or may not be suited for that. They want Steelers traditional football. It won't work in today's league. It will not work in today's league. It's because they're outthinking you. You can be as powerful as you want. They don't have to be as powerful because you got players and coaches on this time that's outthinking you. And not only that, out-disciplining. Pittsburgh seems to have a lack of discipline. It seems Tomlin may or may not be a player's coach, but there's no discipline. There's no strategic urgency. There's no execution. The execution isn't sharp at all on either side of the ball. It's more of an old school, just run them over, go out there and work hard, steel mill type of rah, rah, rah. No, you got to think. You got to be able to cut. You got to be precise. You still have to, and you don't have to have so much power, grit, and toughness anymore. Winning, if you look at all the winning football, like Colin Cowherd said, you look at all the winning teams, they're from the Shanahan and the McVay tree or whatever, the more sophisticated coaches, where the offenses just look beautiful. When you just watch an offense, and it's just beautiful to watch. You watch the Steelers, no. I watched this game, it was like, and I know we're not a good team. I've been saying we're not a good team, even when we were winning. In fact, we went 11-0 one year or something like that. And I even said then we weren't a good team. I was saying that, and we're not, because I'm watching the team every week. We're not a good team. Turn around, that team ended up losing 4 out of the last 5 and losing the first playoff game or something like that. I've been saying that for years. We are not a good team. And even though I know we're not a good team, I don't have no faith in this team. I just want to get through the season, but I love the team, so I'm going to be behind them. I even put $100 on them today. $100 a day without the points to win. I mean, because that's how I feel about the team. That is where I'm at. $100 behind them to win. You know, I'm back, and I could be just in case they turn up. You know, just because they turn up and show out, I want to make some money. I want to say I was there. It's part of that, but that's just a small percent. I just, I wanted the game to be exciting, this and that. But like I said, I still put $100 on them for whatever that means. But my faith is gone. I just have no faith. I think it needs to break. And I said this years ago. I could probably find a post where I said it. It needs to break completely. It needs to break completely so it can finally be fixed, and not piecemealing it, not just getting offensive coordinator, not doing this, not doing that. not promoting from within, the whole house needs to be clean. The mentality needs to be clean. And that might be ownership and culture. And that's another call. It might not be Tomlin's fault, even though he fits that role. Even though he fits that Bill Cowher, tough, chin out, just mean, even though he fits that, he's that kind of coach. And that might be the owners in Pittsburgh's mentality, but I doubt it because they are so left. They are so left wing in their thinking. Like they were like the first person to hire a female coach and this and that in the Tomlin rule. You got to interview black coaches and all that. So I believe, they are into like modern progressive values or ideologies or whatever you want to call it. But maybe when it comes to playing football, it could be the owners just want to keep it raw, hard nosed, and like scrappy, pound them, pound. I don't think it's going to work, and so Tomlin's going to be a casualty. I mean, I got nothing against Tomlin. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good person, and some people say he's a good coach. He may be a good coach, but not in the National Football League in the year 2023. No, you need more than that. He might be a good CEO. He could be a good CEO, and then possibly you come in with two offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator that are much smarter than him. I think that much more cerebral than him. He can be a motivator, but if your scheme and your methodology is no good, you can have all the enthusiasm in the world. But if you don't have a winning plan, you're not going to win, no matter how hard or how much you want to make it win. And if you listen to Tomlin, all his press conferences, everything he says is always going to do it harder. We're going to put on pads. We're going to hit harder. We're going to give more effort. We're going to get, no. It's the scheme. It's the scheme. Tomlin needs to go. And it's like your company, when they change ownerships or whatever, you just got to clean house to start over. And I think that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers are. And I hope that, it's going to be kind of, there was a time where I thought it would be weird for me seeing the Pittsburgh Steelers play sophisticated like Kansas City or, in Philadelphia, like a more sophisticated, kind of more choreographed, more New England Patriot, kind of tightly wound and executed offense. And I thought it would be weird for Pittsburgh to be that because I was in the Steelers tradition too. I came up in the 70s, but now it's not winning football. It's not a winning scheme for football. It's just not a winning scheme for football. Pittsburgh Steelers needs to clean house. Tomlin's going to be a casualty. I think that's all I got to say. I'm going to edit this down or something.